Alright guys, so this is my problem with my Samsung 40-inch TV, and in the description box I'll have the complete model number and in the title of the link. But when I turn it on, first off, right off the bat, it has a purple line right down the left hand side there. And from what I understand, I think that white is all that is supposed to be black. And then, well, I have my configurations, my picture configurations a little bit different. I think I need to play around with the color contrast, but I'm pretty sure what happened was a remote control flew in to the corner, or it was dropped. That's why that line is there. Again, my iPhone had the same problem when I had a cracked LCD. Then after a while it goes to this. After about 5 minutes of being on, the white screen turns to kind of a purplish, and the little purple line over here has now dissipated to like a kind of a yellowish white line. And then it starts really fading here, kind of ghosting, where it says no signal, it's kind of ghosting. Up here where it says component 1, it's ghosting as well. And this is the same thing through, it doesn't matter, HDMI, component 1, the regular TV. If you flip through the functions, it's the same thing. Here, let me show you here. We're going to flip through to the TV. So here's the TV mode. And again, same line, weak or no signal, starting to ghost right through here. So this is my problem. Most likely, again, it is an LCD problem, cracked LCD. But let's open this up and let's check it out. So the first thing we're going to do before we open this TV up is you're going to unplug it and take out the plug-in cable. So wherever it's plugged into, unplug it, and then the back of the TV where it's plugged into the TV, pull that out. Let's begin. Alright guys, you guys saw what the problem was, and so it's probably a cracked LCD, but I'm just going to double check. So I'm going to open up the back of the TV and just look at some of the caps to make sure that none are oozing over or anything like that, to see if it might be the power supply or something like that. So first thing we do here is my screws weren't in there, which was very convenient, but here's the stand here. The stand shoves in right here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 screws in there deep. So get a screwdriver with a long Phillips that reaches in there quite a bit. Unscrew those 4, and then the stand will go ahead and just slide right out. And again, my screws weren't in there, so that was convenient. But now, with those 4 screws taken out, then you have another 1 here, 2, you got 3, 4, 5 up there, 6 here, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 here. So it's a total of 11. I'll get a double count, but yeah, it looks like it's just 11, and then I'm sorry, we got one more up here right in the center, 12. And so also if you have back mounts here and here for the wall, go ahead and remove those as well. So right now I'm looking at 12 screws total, and then the back panel will lift up. So let's remove those 12 screws around the edge and the one right there, and then we'll go ahead and remove the back of the TV. And this is the Phillips head screwdriver that I'm using here. It has a nice long shaft to it with a magnetic end, so the bolts are able to latch on there for those deep holes, so I can just bring it straight out. And I'll have links in the description box below where you can pick up these tools if you don't have them already. These are pretty inexpensive and very, very definitely worthwhile. Okay, now that all the screws are off, what I like to do here so I remember exact placement of the screws, I put them right below the holes. So here we have the 3 on this side here, we have the one right over here, the one that connects to the top there, the one that was right here is the bottom one, the one on the top is that one, so on and so forth. So I just lay the screws around the edges so I know exactly what screw goes where. And number 14 as well, right in the middle. Don't forget about that one right there as well. So we had 2 extra screws, this one here and this one here. Alright guys, now with all the screws off, I'm going to go ahead and lift the back and show you how easy it is to lift off the back of the TV there. Just going to grab it from the bottom here where the mount goes in. It's just going to lift up, but then you got to watch your top portion here. And so you just grab the top of it like this, and it comes straight off like that. And just set this out of the way so it doesn't break or crack. Alrighty guys, and so my problem is definitely probably the LCD. Of course, This TV was given to me and I don't know the backstory behind it, so I don't know if there was a Nintendo Wii remote that got hooked right into the TV that broke the screen, but again, you know, from the pictures you guys saw that purple line down the left, that normally means cracked LCD, and then the color's kind of fading. Well, I was doing some research and I thought, hey, you know, let me check the caps to make sure that it's not the caps. And when I'm talking about caps, it's capacitors, and these capacitors here, all through this area here, and then there's one right over here. Now, if you pulled off the back of your TV, now the other people that are experiencing the whole flicker of the light when you turn on the TV, right? So you can go to turn it on, it just kind of flickers, clicks on you, and it just doesn't fire up. You probably have a bad capacitor, so that's why you want to go in here. You want to check the ones up here, all the ones with like the little symbols like this on it right here. And what's going to happen is that the bad ones are going to be kind of almost like a popcorn bag, where they're a little bit more domed on the top. There could be oozing liquid coming out the sides of these. If they are not completely flat, like these ones are good. See how these ones are completely flat? Those are good. And then I have another little one right here as well, a couple little ones here. And this stuff, if you're wondering, this white ooze stuff right here, that's just from the manufacturer. It comes like that, so don't think that's my problem, because it's all over and the manufacturer does that. I don't know exactly what that stuff is, but the manufacturer does that, Samsung, so, or whoever puts these TVs together. So my caps look good. So if you guys are experiencing the power supply problem where you turn the TV on, check your caps up in this area right here for oozing or split caps, and then you have to just unsolder them. Get some new caps from Fry's Electronics, or I'll put some links in the description box below for those. But back to my original issue, you have your main board here, and that shouldn't be the problem either. It could be potentially, I really doubt it, but it could be a bad ribbon, you know, going up to the LCD, but most likely not. My backlights are working fine. My inverters, got my speakers down here. Everything's working legitimately, except for my color. It's not true, you know, black, and then it has that purple line down the left-hand side. So I cracked my iPhone LCD, and that same thing happened. So most likely it's a cracked LCD. Probably some kid threw something into the LCD and cracked it just a little bit. All it takes is a little bit, or you drop it off the wall, and that's all it takes. So I'll just probably sell the parts. These parts can actually sell for upwards, just these two parts right here, used for almost $100. So that right there alone is a fantastic deal. You could sell the ribbons on eBay. You could sell the inverters. So if your TV has a broken LCD, don't just give up on it. You know, look into it, or sell the parts. You know, I mean, this all the stuff, the plugs, the speakers, all this stuff works except for the LCD. And the LCD is so expensive to replace that you'd probably just want to go ahead and buy a new TV if that's the issue. But hopefully this video has helped you guys. Now again, all the screws are back around the edges here, and you just put the shell back on and screw it in exactly how it was. And there are some other videos if you guys need to know about how to solder some caps on. Check out those videos. Those guys do an amazing job. But I'm not going to go too into detail here because of the issue offhand is probably definitely a cracked LCD. So hopefully this helped you a little bit on knowledge of taking off the back of the TV and kind of looking into the different features of your TV. You guys have a great day, and check out my other videos. I have another Westinghouse LED TV video. I did a full take apart, breakdown, putting it all back together. That was a fantastic video. That actually fixed my LED turning on problem for my Westinghouse, so check that one out. Hope you guys liked the video. Again, look in the description box below for a lot of links for these parts, and thumb the video up so other people can check it out. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.